Tonight, with the pro debut of U.S. Olympic silver medalist Riddick Bowe as he steps into the ring for a 4-rounder against Lionel Butler. A look at the tail of the tape. And Riddick Bowe, 6'5", 225, the giant size, and you look at that reach advantage.
Big time reach advantage, 80 inches for Riddick Bowe. Muhammad Ali had one of the longest reaches that I've ever seen at 81 inches, so he's got the reach on him.
And taking a look at the rules here in Nevada, 10-point must scoring system, 3 judges involved in scoring the bout. There is no standing 8 count. 3 knockdown rule is in effect, and the fighter cannot be saved by the bell except in the last rounds. And we are ready to go. Let's go to our ring announcer, Michael Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to the Lawler Event Center here in the biggest little city in the world, Reno, Nevada. Tonight, Momentum Enterprises and Entertainment by JJ Incorporated presents professional boxing for your entertainment. These bouts tonight are sanctioned by the Nevada State Athletic Commission, Chairman Dr. Elias Ghanem, Commissioners Dwayne Ford, Freddie Little, Jay Nady, and Dr. James Nave. The Executive Director is Chuck Minker. Physicians at ringside, Dr. James McLennan, Dr. John Wickham, Dr. Edward Deney. The timekeepers will be Jim Carpenter, Steve Menzel, and John Rogers. The 3 judges for this first bout are Keith McDonald, Doug Tucker, and John McSweeney. And now, ladies and gentlemen, 4 rounds in the heavyweight division. The referee for this bout is Carlos Padilla. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the black trunks with white trim, he weighs an even 202 pounds. He's from Bogalusa, Louisiana. As a professional, he's 0-1, and he's looking for that first victory. Ladies and gentlemen, Lionel Butler. And fighting out of the red corner, wearing the white trunks, he weighs an even 226 pounds. From Brooklyn, New York, tonight, making his professional debut, ladies and gentlemen, the silver medal winner in the super heavyweight division of the 1988 Olympics, Riddick Bowe.
Chief seconds. Okay, chief seconds. Bowe, Butler, you were already given instructions in your respective dressing rooms. Any question? Okay, seconds, come out, fighting. East German.
Well, when you talk about where is the fresh talent going to come from in the heavyweight division to possibly contend down the road for the championship against Mike Tyson, Riddick Bowe's name comes up, but certainly after the performance as an amateur, the jury is out on Riddick Bowe in the white trunks. A free spirit, very bad training habits as an amateur. The experts with no high expectations, although he has the tools. And there is one boxing expert who believes in Riddick Bowe, and that is certainly an indication of maybe things will turn for him. Eddie Futch is now in his corner.
Eddie Futch has been around boxing for years. He's had 15 world champions, 77 years old. Riddick Bowe came to him, said, please manage me. And Eddie Futch said, I'm 77 years old. I don't have the time unless you're serious. Riddick Bowe showed he's serious.
Do you think they have notions of Mike Tyson down the road? Here's his first opponent as a pro, Lionel Butler. And you take a look at his size, 6 feet 200, and he is down.
He's already down. Nice right hand by Riddick Bowe. It was kind of a sweeping right hand that landed up right on the side of the jaw, left side of the jaw, and down went Lionel Butler.
Butler taking this fight on 2 days' notice, 0-1 as a professional, and now he is bending down, looking to haul away. One thing Eddie Futch is working on with Riddick Bowe is getting more confidence with that right hand. Remember, that's the hand that he underwent surgery, had popped the tendon last April before the Olympics. So he wants him to work on the right. He now has his man cornered.
And Eddie Futch says that Riddick Bowe is a great listener. He follows instructions from the corner. That's so important for these young fighters, especially with people like Eddie Futch who have been around a long while. Bowe said that Tyson was very lucky with Frank Bruno in knocking Bruno out. Tyson stunned, of course, in the first round with a left hook. I asked him about that, and he said he's been working on the left hook a bit more in the gym because specifically of that reason with Tyson.
Riddick Bowe lost the super heavyweight final to Canada's Lennox Lewis. A stoppage in the second round. sterling amateur career. 204 victories, 7 defeats, 146 knockouts for Bowe. He has the size, he has the tools, says Eddie Futch. Now he just has to get the head in order.
And he's ready to get this first pro fight out of the way. The first fight in the professional ranks really does something to a fighter. It makes him realize that now he's in business of this. Lionel Butler coming on with some good combinations. The best defense in boxing is a good offense, and that's what he's trying to show.
He also knows there's Butler. There is somewhat of a question mark about the chin of Riddick Bowe. And right now he is in close on Bowe. Butler went down early here in the first round. And we are down to 20 seconds left. Al Albert along with Sean O'Grady and Michael Marley ringside at the Lawler Event Center. And tonight, Mancini and Camacho will finally step in the ring.
Both of these guys getting hit way too much in this first round. Riddick Bowe, Eddie Futch told me that he was having Bowe use his jab more and more movement from his head. He's not showing that here in this first round. I'll bet you he gets some advice between rounds. There's Lionel Butler going back to his corner. Jimbo Stevens in there getting in the ring now. Butler, I saw late last night, walking the streets at 10:30. The night before the fight, he should be in bed by 10.
And Butler bleeding from the nose. He went down in that first round.
And here's a look at it. Riddick Bowe set the right hand up with that left jab, the 1-2 combination. And when he hurt Lionel Butler, he stayed on top of him and kept throwing punches. Combinations are the story. It's tough to knock a fighter out with just one punch. If you can put a combination together like Riddick Bowe did right there, sometimes it's much easier. The jab set up Lionel Butler, and the right hand took him out, or took him down. And he was wanting to take him out.
He's working with a great jab, Riddick Bowe. Good mobility for his size. Matter of fact, Futch talking about how he surprised him with such a good lateral movement.
And let's see if we see that here.
And right now, it is Lionel Butler coming out on top of Bowe. Slugfest here to start the second round.
Super round by Lionel Butler. He needs to stay on the inside like that against Riddick Bowe. He can't let that 80-inch reach extend. 90% of the power of the punch is right on the end. It's that snap, the twist. And if Lionel Butler gets out there on the end of Riddick Bowe's punches, he's going down like he did in the first round.
And he goes down there, hobbling around.
Low blow. Carlos Padilla giving a timeout. The punch was a little bit south of the border for Lionel Butler.
And Butler is back in.
Sometimes what Riddick Bowe is having to do is he's having to reach down to get the body of Lionel Butler. And in doing that, sometimes he has to go a little bit south of the border because he doesn't quite know where the body is. Big left hook. The right uppercut again set it up. Another combination.
The count is 7. And Butler hearing Padilla well.
Butler is showing signs of fatigue. He's ready to go. If Riddick Bowe can get right on top of him and throw a lot of combinations, he can knock Butler out.
And Bowe looking to put it away right here in the second round. There's the time remaining. Lionel Butler, though, standing in there, trading, pushing Bowe along the ropes.
Butler doesn't fight unless he gets knocked down.
And there he goes, and that is it.
He didn't want to be in there. Carlos Padilla did a good job. Lionel Butler did not want to go in be in that ring.
And Riddick Bowe, successful in his pro debut, the 6th Olympian who registers a victory. Todd Foster was the first. And then on the undercard of Duran Barkley last Friday, Ray Mercer, Andrew Maynard, Kennedy McKinney, and Michael Carbajal, all with victories. And now Riddick Bowe officially a professional.
And this is the one that he was really concerned about. He wanted to get this behind him. Now it's behind him, and he can go on with his career.
And he is looking to stay very active. There you see the veteran Eddie Futch in the corner. Riddick Bowe goes into the second round before he ends this. He is scheduled for his next fight to be back home in New York at the Felt Forum at Madison Square Garden on March 30th. He wants to fight every 2 to 3 weeks. Actually, Sean, what set this up here in the second round was the low blow.
Well, sometimes in the heat of battle, you unfortunately, unintentionally go south of the border. Watch what he does. He reaches down trying to get the body and hits him just a little bit low. Now, these men are wearing foul-proof protectors. You can see the top of it on the top of Riddick Bowe's trunks. There's a foul-proof protector, so these guys can't really get hurt that bad. However, sometimes they slide. Now, here's the knockdown in the chin. Boom, the uppercut and the left hook. Now, he lifted him up with the uppercut. He lifted his head up, and then he tried to knock it off with the left hook.
And the end of the fight, the third time down in the fight for Lionel Butler, who was game, stayed on top of Riddick Bowe, who pounded from inside for the final knockdown.
The end was not far away, and Lionel Butler at that point wanted to get out of the ring. He was thinking about being some other place, but Lionel Butler gets past his first pro debut, and now he is a professional.
Riddick Bowe getting past Lionel Butler, and for the official time, let's go to our ring announcer, Michael Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Carlos Padilla stops the bout at 1 minute, 55 seconds of the second round. The winner by TKO, winning his professional debut, Riddick Bowe.
Riddick Bowe, he grew up in a tough neighborhood in Brooklyn. He lost a sister, an innocent bystander who was killed in the crossfire of a suspected drug deal. But Bowe has the opportunity now to enter a world where the streets are paved in gold, and he is now 1-0 as a pro, and he's with Michael Marley in the ring. Michael?
Congratulations, Riddick. Does that take a little bit of the sting out of your not winning the Olympic gold, the successful pro debut?
Well, I guess that would be considered after I get the World Heavyweight Championship. So up until that point, I'm going to keep working hard and so forth.
In the amateurs, you fought at the top international level all the way to the Olympic silver medal. You don't get opponents like this guy. He was a free swinger, an awkward guy to fight. I guess you haven't fought a guy like that in a while, have you?
But strong. Let me remind you, he's real strong. He's also pretty intelligent. He stayed close to me because he knew if he stayed on the outside, I would pick him apart. But the great fight chair told me to use them uppercuts, and they paid off.
Eddie, how about a report card on Riddick Bowe, his first pro fight?
Well, his first pro fight, he did the things that I expected him to do, and they worked out well for him, and I think that if he continues to follow instructions as well, that he's got a great career ahead of him.
Have you got a timetable, Eddie, or will you go fight by fight with Riddick?
Well, we'll go fight by fight, and each fight we'll digest and see what we should do for the next one, and usually that works out well. We know the pace at which we can carry him.
Okay. Thank you very much. Now we'll look down at the monitor, Riddick. Let's see I think we're gonna. This is the low blow. Would you look at the monitor and tell us what's happening?
I don't think this blow was low. I thought it was right on the money.
Looked a little low, but do you think maybe he was looking to take a rest?
Right on the everlast. I think that could be a big factor. I seen him getting winded and what have you, so.
He was obviously tired. Okay.
Yes, indeed.
The first knockdown. Describe it, Riddick.
Well, at this particular point, again, I'm trying to set him up with the uppercut, and it works perfectly, and I managed to get the hook in there also.
You're surprised he got up twice. You put him down 3 times.
Well, the young man was very determined, and I thought by him beating me, he was trying to get a name for himself, and we couldn't have that. So I think that more or less kept him, that's why he just kept getting up.
There's the right uppercut. That's the punch that seemed to finish him off.
Wicked, short and crisp, and it works all the time, every time.
What would the former president say about your victory here tonight?
Well, Mr. Bowe, you look pretty good, and perhaps on Thanksgiving, you can come to the White House for turkey.
Very good. Thank you, Riddick. Congratulations. Back to Alan Sean down at ringside.
All right, Riddick Bowe has a fine career ahead as either a fighter or an impersonator. Sean, your impressions of his first fight?
Well, I think Eddie Futch and him have some homework to do inside the gym. I thought he got hit way too much. He was in there with a guy who apparently did not want to fight, and he had a little bit of trouble sensing that and taking the kid out.
Riddick Bowe, the winner in his pro debut.